Hello and welcome back to Linux Gamer Till I Die. This is episode 41 of my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. In the previous episode we investigated a satellite that was crashed in the Mojave Desert, and somehow we ended up inside the Big MT. When we awoke we found some weird scarring across our body and were a bit disorientated. Now, we were on top of a tower in the middle of nowhere and we're not quite sure how we got there. So we headed down and ended up in a large chamber filled with several robots, which were all inhabited with brains and had screens attached to them. And it turns out these guys are all scientists who were working on stuff before the bombs fell and have basically just continued doing science in the meantime. It transpires that they actually removed our brain. They removed our brain, our spine, and our heart, I think, for reasons not entirely clear. They've also managed to lose them. I think they still got the brain and the spine, but the heart and the spine, but the brain has been sucked down a waste disposal tube or something, and they're not entirely sure where it is. Just a second. Cats are being noisy. So we've chatted with them and they've revealed that they need us to go and do some quests for them, gather up some technology and blueprints and schematics and frequencies and all sorts of weird sciencey stuff in order to enter the Forbidden Zone, where their arch nemesis Dr. Mobius is hiding out. Now, Dr. Mobius is terrorizing the Big MT with lots of robot scorpions and other weird technological horrors. Other than that, there's also a load of lobotomites, which are humanoids or humans that have had their brain surgically altered to be docile. Except they're not docile. We haven't actually seen them yet, but they're a bloody menace. But when they enter the place where we are now, the sink, a pacification field prohibits them from using any sort of violence or weapons. Cats are being so noisy. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. We've already talked to 2 or 3 of the big robots in individual sense, and we just got the rest to talk to now. So I'm going to load up the save. Right. We're going to go talk to Dr. Dalla. Now, she's a kind of creepy, horny robot, I think is probably the right way to describe her.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination. Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue? Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's malval cavity. Why, my little bear of teddiness, I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science. Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned. It's excessive examination of the human form to achieve psychological arousal. Disgusting. I would never succumb to such base appetites. Distractions. Filthy, filthy distractions. What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title. Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens. Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety. I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Okay, I think I'm going to see if I've got anything that can raise perception and see what that leads to.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
So we need to raise perception by 2. That raises it by 1. That lowers it by 2. That raises it by 2. It also gives us charisma and intelligence.
And you return as curious as a teddy bear. Are you stuck in a looping gesture of greeting? Looping, yes. It is a scientific fact that hormones drive a percentage of lobotomites into recursive behavior patterns. We haven't researched this, as my colleagues care little about the behavior patterns of lobotomites once their brains are removed. It is why so many are littered around the facility, like skinvelopes, discarded after they are peeled open and the contents extracted. It varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, true lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices. Unsanitary.
Uh-huh.
I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluids in my presence. What? Nonsense. What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue. Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago. Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Okay then.
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols. That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again. It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here. Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here. Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse. Dr. Mobius, A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all. It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain. This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see, no matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you. Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice? Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure. Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way. Perhaps.
Okay, I think we've exhausted all speech options with her.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
I don't understand how you can stand those leg things. Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible. Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And... Stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here? How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco. Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girdle bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts. Fine. Ask. I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm. This human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but... Two other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing. Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out. All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state. Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around. Yeah, I do. It wasn't always oh. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple. Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after cholestodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O.
Zero.
But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number. Yes, thank you. Zero. I am zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero. Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please. What? Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless. Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in. Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. They make a zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
What a crazy bastard.
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it? You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors. and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome. That genius, Mobius, somehow cobbles together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure. Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds? Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing. I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy. Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
So he's a psychopath. There's a lot of that going around. Oh, mentats. I think we should probably use some mentats before we talk to anyone around here. Increases, what was it, intelligence. Oh, Dr. Kleiner's glasses. Made drugs. Probably wasn't meant to do that with the medical stuff. Mind. Yeah, I think we should use mentats before we talk to anybody in here. Because it gives us a bit of an advantage. Extra charisma, extra perception and extra intelligence. I think we've already got 10 intelligence. Yeah, but this gives us extra perception and nothing else. And charisma, it's meant to give us extra charisma. I'm not sure why that's not gone up. Are we not still under the influence of? No, we still have it. I'm not sure why our charisma is down by 1. Oh, is it because of what we're wearing? Wait, pretty on. No, that gives us extra intelligence as well. What the fuck? Oh, this is Dala's room, I think. Oh, of course, she's got sexy sleepwear. 2 copies of. And she is obsessed with the human form. Oh, even more sexy sleepwear. Not sure if the other rooms had a trunk in them. I think I missed them if they did. This is rather quite neat.
I can hear your penis-tipped feet tromping around.
No, none in there. And I think we already looked in that. Let's drop that junk we got. Scrap metal and scrap electronics. Don't need them.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you. Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left us some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Uh-huh.
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs. Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank.
Oops.
So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Sorry, I keep clicking my left mouse button which skips text.
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical. It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub. We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight. Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains. This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man, and to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power. Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here. That glowing red scar, That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic. Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics. Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why. Yes, in all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear. Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well. It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain.
Yay, level up.
Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
But that's what forgiveness sounds like.
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost. Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad. Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yes, a most good buy.
Right, we've got another level up. What shall we stick it in this time? Well, I think medicine's probably another good shout. Get out to 100. Speech might be another useful one. And maybe repair. We get to pick a perk. As usual, we're going to check the new ones. I think we've already seen that one before. We've only got one new one this time. Let's go with intense training again. And we shall bulk up our strength. Okay. Let's give everybody another quick chat just to make sure there's nothing else we've missed.
Lobatomite returns. What insidious plan can it have brewing in its horrid mind? What commie anti-American propaganda will it spew?
No, nothing new.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
So we got some more experience out of that little conversation. Let's check with creepy Darla.
And you return as curious as a teddy bear. Are you stuck in a looping gesture of greeting? How randomized? Ask your questions then.
No, I think we've seen everything.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Predictable. The lobotomite specimen returns. Its purpose? Repetition. Chances of success? High. Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Okay, I think that's everything we need to do in here. We can't talk to Mobius. At least not from here. I'm pretty sure we checked all the rooms.
Have you done all we asked?
Yes.
We will not hesitate.
I have been away for 2 seconds. Right, there's one door here we haven't looked in yet. Probably Mobius's room. Mentats. Lots of ammo. Yeah, well, it's not sparking, so I guess this is Mobius's little digs. But since he's no longer living here, he probably doesn't care if we take all this stuff. Right, next thing we're going to do is head back into the, what was it, the sink? This is the think tank. That goes outside, this goes to the sink. And we're going to plug our chip into the Central Intelligence Unit.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir. Indeed, sir. Though if sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform, sir, that most have been offline for some years. If sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that sir is better off without them. However, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their dubious services, sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility. Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, Sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation.
Ah!
However, Sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality. As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say. Indubitably, sir. In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide Sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods Sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile. Very good, sir.
Yeah, I can repair stuff, but it costs money. I'm not entirely sure what they actually do. Should probably give them a look, considering that they've got such a high value. Wow, some of these things are going to take a lot of money to repair. Anything that's under 1,000 caps I think we'll repair. Holy shit! Oh yeah, we got that a couple episodes ago. It's fucking immense power. Apparently these do not need repairing at all. Okay, I think that'll probably do for now. Give you another talk.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir. And might I venture to opine that a new trilby might be just the thing to complete Sir's ensemble?
No, shut up. Okay, I think we need to re-equip our armour before we go out of here. I don't think we need to sell much. Possibly these. Okay, I think that might do. I should probably check what you actually have to sell.
Service, sir? Very good, sir. If I might suggest a table wine, the 64 Atomic Claret is a lovely little vintage.
Apparently, the Scientist's Glove is quite a damaging weapon. No, I don't really want to buy it. Although you do have the Sonic Emitter Revelation, so we'll buy that. Okay, can we do anything with that? Oh wait, we already had one.
If Sir would press Sir's spinal area against my primary instrument panel, I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
He provides back massages. So we've got 2 of these now. Alright. Alright. Oh, this is open now. We couldn't go through here before. There's my spine. That's where brain will go. That's me heart. Is there something I can do there? No. Shut up. There's a lot of mentats around this facility. Mad scientist scrubs. Want. Right, so that gives me 5 science and 1 intelligence. Oh, that's just the same. I mean to drop it. Can I repair it? No. They're just dirty scientist scrubs. I guess they're also white. Right, I think we're going to equip our armour. There we go. We're back to usual capacity. So I think, yeah, we need personality tape for that as well, but we can grow stuff here. Various plants and food. Okay, let's have a quick look outside. See if we can see the forbidden zone. Apparently it's big and red. Maybe that over there.
Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
Let's find a way out here. I think I went the long way around, but never mind. I think now... oh, maybe this. No. Let's have a look outside. So while we're at it, we'll just check our quests. Who the hell is Gabe? So we've got a lot of quests to do in here. Just these X quests and the Sonic emitter upgrades. Right, so there's 1 personality chip there. There's 1 personality chip there and 1 there. Right, lobotomites. They will be instantly hostile against me, I'm pretty sure. Yep. We shall have none of that, thank you very much. That gives you -2 intelligence. Probably don't want to wear it. Once again, sunset sarsaparilla is pretty common around this area. Not sure why. Oh shit. It's a Night Stalker. Now, who is it? Dr. Boros, I think it was, is adamant that these things have not escaped the Big MT. And yet we found many Night Stalkers in the Mojave Desert. Assuming we survive long enough, we will find out the reason why they are in the Mojave Desert. I mean, it is a big if. Can't get under.
Soon, all science will be mine.
Yeah, okay. So we're heading in the right direction for one of the personality tapes. This is irradiated. We're also close to the hour mark here. Right, this is apparently a preservation of DNA lab. Doesn't look great. Do we have a quest to go in here? Nope. Nope. It's also down there. Well, this X8 Research Center seems to be kind of quest heavy. It's not going there just yet. Is that a mine? Oh, weird. We're in danger. Oh, it's these things. Oh, they're going for him. Fine. There. Let's heal. Okay, they're all dead. We're still in danger. I think the Night Stalkers are coming around the other side. Right, so that's what that was. Oh, there they are.
See how I abstract my rage, think tank? I hold you in such disdain, I generalize my hatred for you!
That's pretty cool looking. We'll have that for the moment. I might drop it. Oh, are you coming back, are you? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought a pile of dust. Now, what happened to the other two lobotomites being murdered? Looks like they've been here, but... Not sure what that was I picked up. We've already looted that one. Ah, here's the other two. Oops. More red lines over here. Ah! Don't know why I'm picking all this stuff up. Probably sell it to the sink. Ooh, plasminades. Won't say no to them. Pack of cigarettes as well. Have that. And then who is... Oh, what is this facility? Right, this is X8. This is where a lot of our quests take us. We're not going in there just yet. We are going to drink some of this Sunset Sarsaparilla. That's what we're looking for.
There is no standing on the green pipes. If you are standing on the green pipes, please get off them at once.
Okay. Right, so we need to head this way to get to the personality chip. There's an enemy over here. I am cautioned. But we're already past the hour mark, so I might just head back up here for a moment. Ooh, green. Green ooze. Oh, okay, these are cyber dogs. Still in danger, but I'm not seeing the danger. Ooh. Let's get our binoculars out, see what's down there. Robo brains and that's a cyber dog. Not quite sure what those are. They look like dogs as well. Oh, we're in danger. Well, we're apparently in danger. So far I've not seen any actual danger. Oh. That's what that was. Perimeter warning. We'd gone outside of the safe zone. Oh. I guess the military dog is heading this way. Right. Let's get ready to give it a greeting. Bye. I think the cyber brain's coming this way as well.
Oh, Klein, did I mention that my zone is forbidden to you? Mwah! So forbidden.
Okay, let's use something a bit more explosive. They're shooting each other now? That's fine. Ish. Box of detergent. Alright, once we've dealt with this other cyber dog, I think we've beaten back the current wave of enemies. Oh, Sunset's Hospital wore off. Oh shit, there's there's a lot of cyber dogs over there. Okay, we're cautioned. I'm going to head back up to a safe spot, and we're going to save the game here, I think. There we are. Okay. So, in this episode, we finished talking to the scientists, Dr. Klein, Drs. Zero and Kala and the rest of them. They are basically insane. They want to gather technology into the dome where they're currently hiding out, and find some way of beating back Mobius, who has apparently let himself go and has a cracked monitor and has rotting brain fluid or something. I don't know. We're gonna explore the area around this place and find the other personality discs for the other equipment inside of the sink. Bring that online and see what it offers us. And then we're going to start doing the other quests around the area and eventually find our brain, hopefully. We are getting paid in bottle caps, which is great. Keep convincing them they're not worth anything, so they keep giving us them. We can occasionally go to Dala and breathe heavily at her, and she'll give us, well, she will expend various energy weapon ammo at us. Very sexual in nature. And I'm not sure what else we have to do for the scientist guys. But yeah, our general plan is to wander around and fulfill the quest we've already got. So, until the next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now. See you again soon.